Hello everybody, today we will review the BMW X6, the first sport activity vehicle that BMW made. You could look at it as a sleeker version of the X5. Myself, I'm not a big fan of its styling. But this video is not about opinions, it's about facts. In case you want to buy this first generation X6 with the internal code E71, this is the video to watch. We will list all the weaker parts and things to check before buying such a car. This first generation was built between 2008 and 2014 and was aimed at the SUV crowd. The people that found the X5 too ordinary and wanted a little bit more style. Engine wise and chassis wise, the car is related to the X5. So a few of the weaker points that I pointed out in last month's video about the X5 also apply to the X6. Without further ado, let's list the weaker points of this car. First off, something that has nothing to do with the technical state but with theft and thieves. This car was stolen quite a lot, so check its background carefully, especially when buying a car for a price that looks too good to be true. If the car was used in terrain, then check the chassis for damages. This car has almost no notable terrain capabilities, like Top Gear pointed out more than a decade ago in a video that spanned the entire globe. Moving on. The rear parking camera or parking sensors are weak and they can break down easily, especially in the early production models. Because of its design with the sloping roofline, space in the back is not great. If you carry passengers often, get yourself an X5 or Mercedes-Benz ML for that matter. Engines, starting with the petrols. All engines have direct injection and a turbocharger. On top of that, variable camshaft adjustments. You will not find any eco-friendly engines in this particular model. Entry-level engine is the world-famous 3-liter 6-in-line, a glorious engine from better days. Also the diesels are all 3-liter 6-in-lines, either with 1, 2 or 3 turbochargers in the X6, and that model is the M50D. Like all modern BMW engines, oil consumption is something to check regularly, especially on the higher performance engines. Next to that, the usual stuff like faulty injectors, distribution chain, turbochargers and all the valves. All X6s are equipped with a 6-speed automatic gearbox that either sends power to the rear tires or with the X-Drive package to all 4 tires. These automatics are sealed for life according to BMW, but it won't hurt to flush the gearbox every 100,000 kilometers depending on its usage. Many highway kilometers won't hurt the automatic, but if you pull heavy items like for instance a horse trailer, maybe 100,000 kilometers is already on the high end. Check the service manual for gearbox flushing or replacement of the automatic on high mileage Beamers. Suspension parts will break down faster than you would expect. This is normal for a heavy car with lots of performance. Take this into account. Parts are not cheap. And yes, you can replace the original parts by knockoffs, but you will pay the price in the lack of driving enjoyment. And isn't that what a BMW stands for? Last but not least, do not forget to test drive the car. Check the tires. Good tires or cheap rubber. This all gives you a good impression of the previous owner. Check specification levels like the high executive or other spec levels to see what matches your needs or your bank account for that matter. This car is not known for many electrical gremlins, but there's lots of technology on board that is potentially more than a decade old. Test all buttons and functions. Hope this buyer's review was useful, and if so, subscribe to my channel for more BMW reviews and check my Benz, Volkswagen and Audi playlists for instance. Thanks for watching.